Who Framed Roger Rabbit is a groundbreaking film that changed the game in both filmmaking and animation. The movie was a success in three ways. First, the movie used animation in ways that had never been seen before, and that still hold up today. Second, it is a clear example of film noir, and follows many of the tropes that go along with the style. And third, the success of the movie kicked off the Disney Renaissance, leading to a new age of Disney movies. 30 years after the movie's release, Who Framed Roger Rabbit is still the greatest example of blending 2D characters with a 3D environment. There are three specific choices that animators made that led to their success. First, the actors' interactions with the toons always seem believable because they are looking right at them. Eddie Valiant's eyes are always exactly where they would be if he was actually talking to Roger. This helps convince the audience that characters are actually interacting with each other, unlike other movies whose characters seem to be only talking to empty space. Second, the direct interactions between the toons and their environment. Roger spits out real water after drinking, a real bucket on his head moves around as his neck stretches, and Jessica pulls Valiant's tie and reaches under his coat. These details give the characters a weight and presence that they would not have if they were just placed over the footage. The filmmakers had to use wires, strings, and animatronics to capture these effects, and then paint the toons over them after filming. All of these made the toons seem like they were not just an extra layer on top of film. Third, the animators captured lighting and shadows perfectly, giving the animated characters the same light as the real actors. 5 separate layers were used to make each toon, in order to make them seem as if they were 3-dimensional 2D characters. Pay attention to the lamp in this scene. It would have been much easier for the filmmakers to shoot the scene with an unmoving light source, but instead they bumped the lamp, a term that Disney coined from this movie to describe animators going above and beyond.
I can do it, I swear. Just give me another chance. But come on now.
Toons.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit is one of the best examples of a noir film in the last 30 years. While the whole film plays out like a classic noir story, 3 specific parts stand out. First is the protagonist himself, Eddie Valiant. Eddie is a detective who used to be on the police force, has a drinking problem, and has a hatred of toons after one killed his brother. In every way, Eddie is the embodiment of a noir protagonist. It doesn't stop there, though, because Jessica Rabbit is every bit of a noir character that Eddie is. She is the attractive wife of Roger, who always seems to be at the center of the mystery. You can never quite tell until the end whose side she is actually on. Lastly, the way shadows are used throughout the movie is a classic trope of noir films. Shadows fall across people and objects in significant ways. Specifically in the scene in which Maroon is killed, the gun comes out from the window, shrouded in shadows. This is essential to noir filmmaking and strong mystery storytelling. After the release of Who Framed Roger Rabbit in 1988, a time known as the Disney Renaissance began. The Disney Renaissance is the period between 89 and 99 in which Disney returned to making musical animated movies. The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, and Aladdin were all made during this period of time. These movies would have never been made, however, if Who Framed Roger Rabbit had not been the success that it was. The movie won 3 Academy Awards and strongly renewed public interest in animated movies.
What a genius! Ouch!
Who Framed Roger Rabbit is influential in many ways and holds up as a fantastic movie to this day. It led the way in animation, it is one of the last great examples of a classic noir film, and it started a new age of Disney movies. Several studios came together in a way that would now be unprecedented to make a movie that has left a lasting legacy on the film industry even today.
I like the sound of that. That's all, folks.